Hello and welcome to another update on the Wilsonville real estate market. My name is Steve Thoele, principal broker with Premier Property Group. And this update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity ending this past Sunday, May 21st. So I'm going to share my screen here with you now and go through the info with you. Always look at active listings first. And this last week I showed we had 12 new properties come on the market in Wilsonville. You can kind of see it's been pretty steady. We had a low of 8 listings and a high of 15 on a week-by-week basis. Total active listings has been growing. You can kind of see over the past 2 months here. We had a low of 45 homes on the market, and this last week we hit 60. So it's good to see an increase in listing inventory. It's desperately needed right now. And the list price and days on market for those active listings, you can kind of see where that's gone. We had a low of 675 and high of 719, and we were basically at that same level this last week at 718. And then days on market's been very steady, particularly over this past month at right around 24 days of average market time for these most recent 60 homes on the market right now in Wilsonville. Moving along to pending sales. This last week, I showed we had 7 properties go pending in Wilsonville this last week, down from the high we had of 13 over this prior 8 weeks here in terms of weekly pendings. And in total, the amount of pendings has been growing. We had a low of 49 homes in pending status 8 weeks back, and you kind of see that's last 2 weeks now we've been at 67 homes in that pending status. So still a very active market. The median price and days on market for the pendings, you can kind of see we started off at 660, got up to 715 for a couple weeks, has kind of come back down. This last 2 weeks we've been at 682,000 now. And then days on market's been very steady. You can kind of see it's just basically been, hasn't moved a whole lot. This last week came in right at 7 days. So just about a week of average market time for these, 67 homes that are in pending status. But you can kind of see it's the whole time here. Homes have just been selling very quickly on average as they've been coming on the market in Wilsonville. Okay, last thing we'll look at is sold listing activity. So as of the time I put this info together, showed we had 6 properties go from pending to sold this last week in Wilsonville, about the same as the prior week. Had a low of 3 and a high of 11 on a weekly basis. And we'll look over the prior 4 weeks of closings on a week-by-week basis. You can kind of see that's just been kind of steadily rising over this past 8 weeks. We had a low of 17 to begin with. This last week hit a high over the 8 weeks of 33 homes have closed over the prior 4 weeks in Wilsonville. And the median price and days on market for the solds, the price has been on the rise after hitting a low of about 574. 6 weeks back, it has been rising, and this last week broke 700. So 710,000 was the median sale price of the most recent 33 homes that have sold in Wilsonville. And then days on market, we had got up to a high of about 15 days, about 6 weeks back, and then it dipped down to a low of 6 days, 3 weeks back. This past week came in right around 2 weeks of market time. So 13 days is the most recent days on market for the most recent 33 sales in Wilsonville. And then to finish up, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So the weeks of inventory is the red bars, kind of measuring relative supply and demand levels in a market. And we kind of see we had a high of just about 11 weeks of inventory to begin with 8 weeks back. And it's been holding very steady. You kind of see over this past month now, in the 7-week territory. Last week, a little over 7 weeks of inventory. So still a very, active, hot market, seller's market environment with less than 2 months of inventory right now. And the sale price as a percent of the original list price has dipped down, as you can kind of see here, and looking kind of behind the numbers. We definitely have had some higher priced listings that have sold at a pretty substantial discount from their original asking price. Which has kind of drug this number down. If you did strip out those few that had that big discount, it certainly would have a number that was much higher in the 90s, probably 98, 99%. But that has been getting drugged down right now from a few, again, multi-million-dollar listings that took big haircuts to get sold. So that is the most recent update. So I hope that was helpful. As always, if I can answer any questions or be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. My phone and email are down below this video on the description. So give me a call, text, or email. I'd be happy to respond. As always, really appreciate any likes, comments, and shares that you have for this video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you need to. It's a great way for you to stay up to date on what's happening in your local market. So click that subscribe button before you leave. And hope you have a great day and week ahead. And we will see you on the next update.